going to do, and then we will start building it. So first thing, the use case. We start like any other project by defining the use case. For this example, we identified a busy operations manager who needs to schedule meetings with multiple people. They need to check who's available, find overlapping time slots, and sometimes just see when specific people are free. Sounds familiar? We've all been there, trying to find a meeting time that works for everyone. Then we will open ODC portal and connect to a custom AI module. We will see how to create your first agent from scratch, test it, and refine it. Then you'll explore the built-in tools Agent Workbench offers, like structured outputs, memory, tool management, to help your agent make smarter, context-aware decisions. And finally, we'll integrate this new agent into JARVIS. We'll adjust this existing prompt so JARVIS knows it now has a new tool it can call to perform these scheduling actions. And just like that, our new agent becomes part of the larger AI ecosystem. So now I'm going to screen share my monitor. Okay, so first step, as I was saying before, I'm going to show you the ODC portal, which is this. Below the integrate section, there is the AI modules where you can build your own custom modules. There are some that are basically default, and we are now creating ours. So I'm going to call it, I'm going to use the Azure as a provider, and I'm going to call it GPT-4o because it's the name of the module that we choose. This is the name that is going to be on a displaying on OutSystem. The URL is the link provided from the provider, in this case Azure, to show the path to the module that we are using, and then the API key, which is basically the password to access this module. We tested, the endpoint tested successfully, so now we save it and let's go to the fun part, which is building. So as you can see, I'm going to create a scheduler agent, and most of you are familiar with this IDE, which is ODC IDE, where normally you create web and mobile applications, workflows, and libraries. Now we have this new feature, which is the agentic applications. I'm going to call it Scheduler Agent, and I'm going to use the GPT-4o, which we created before. Okay, since this is created, now I'm going to explain you some of the default actions that is provided by OutSystems. On the first part, we have the build messages, which is building the system prompt. In this case, we have the helpful assistant. I'm going to change it to this one, which I'm going to tell it to. If you don't know how to respond the question the user makes, just say I don't know. So with this, we are avoiding some hallucinations that can help, which is a big problem with using AI modules. Right here we have the get grounding data, which is used to provide context and enrich your agent knowledge with data from outside or inside the OutSystems environment. Then we have the store memory, which is used to store every request and response provided by the agent on each interaction with it. And then the load memory, which basically is loading the memory created from the sessions before and each interaction, as I said. As you can see, I'm publishing and I'm not messing with get grounding now because I want you to understand what I'm saying when we are not really getting any grounding data at the moment. So while this is publishing, what is going to happen is that we are going to create a test screen, and this screen will take probably like a 10 seconds to build, which is something similar to ChatGPT, where normally you just chat your questions or response or take your advices, whatever you use ChatGPT for. Now let's go to the app, and this is going to check the dependencies and then open the screen that I want it to open. As you see, I didn't provide any data to the module, so if I ask him to give me the email of Sofia Costa, it will say, I don't know, I don't have the response for that, as you can see. But now what we are going to do is give it some context. Now we are going to provide him some data, which will be our contact list. And we will create a structure over here because it's a good practice to create. And in this case, not that we need it, but it's better so that we don't really use the ID, which we don't really need. Now I create the local variable named list contacts, and here I'll apply the list concept using the structure we created before. Now I'm going to fetch the contacts here, and I'm going to give the local list, the data it needs. Now, important step. The AI won't really understand what an object is, so we need to turn it into a JSON so that it is able to understand what we are talking about, and give the grounding data the JSON that we created. So right now, what I'm going to show you is that our agent will be able to respond if we ask the email of a certain person. In this case, we'll use the Sofia Costa as an example. While the application is publishing, just remember to hydrate yourselves because it's really important. And now it will check the dependencies and we need to publish again. So now, as I said before, the session is really important. That's why I'm refreshing the page and now I'm going to ask it to give me the Sofia Costa email. As you can see, it answered the way that it's supposed to. But now let's get into the most important since this concept is talked. So right now I'm going to give the tools that we need because an email won't really do the scheduling part for our agent. So what I have here is 3 different actions. This one to create a meeting with the users that we want. The get availability, which will check the availability between different users, and get schedule if you want entire schedule of a user. Now we are going to feed the agent with the actions, and after publishing everything, I will explain what's going on this screen. So first on, I'm going to put here the new prompt, which is a really important prompt so that is context aware of the new actions that we added. So as you can see here, I'm going to publish, and while this is publishing, I'm telling it is a scheduler lookup agent, and I give it the instruction of date calculation when the user asks, for example, tomorrow, and it will calculate based on today. Then I give some inputs as the JSON from grounding data, the user input natural language, and then the examples on how it works. I'm going to publish here and talk a bit about this. So action calling is basically where we provide the tools that our agent will be fed with. Here on structured output, we can simply add a structure if we want. Let's say that we don't really want the text from the agent, so we can use the structured output. Then we have the test section, which is faster than publishing the screen, and this serves for chat completions. Now that this is published, I need to do something before, because there is a problem which you need to be aware. Since we added some actions from Microsoft, they are working through API. So we need to give it the password so that it can access the actions to work. So I'm now refreshing the page because I don't want it to use the session before. And then I'm going to ask it, get my schedule for today. As you can see, it gave me the session, and as you can see right here, it says from 9 p.m. to 12, so 9 a.m. to 12, then 2 to 3, 4, and so on. As you can see, it's corresponding to everything that we need. Now that you understand how it works in a simple way, we are going to implement this agent with our brain agent, which is the MVP of this session. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the agent here. It's named scheduler agent, and I'm going to add right here. Since we have it right here, I'm going to call the action so that and here I'm going to change its name to scheduler only. Call scheduler and then call agent. What this one is doing is basically creating an action which will be translated in .NET the function so that our agent will be able to call it. And now I'm going to add the new agent that we created. And finally, I'm going to change the prompt. I'm going to change the prompt of the decision maker because it needs to be context aware of what we are using right now. So basically what I'm telling is it needs to be the default version. It's this scheduler agent. I'm going to publish. And since this is publishing, I need to also explain something that's really important. The descriptions. I know not everyone likes to write descriptions, but this is an important step so that your agents work in a good way. Because we don't want to fill the system prompt with a lot of examples and so on. So we prefer to use the descriptions, and I mean it's not a that I prefer. It's a best practice to use. Now that we published, we are going to publish right here, which will be our phone screen. And now I'm going to refresh right here. Okay. Hello, Jarvis. Can you say hi to the people watching this live build demo? Well, yes, I want you to check the availability.
Sorry to interrupt, but we don't have
the sound. I forgot about the sound. I'm really sorry about that. Just give me a second. I need to screen share again. I'm really sorry for the inconvenience. Now let's go on again.
It's
Good
totally
day, sir.
fine.
Systems online. Say what you need.
Can you say hello to the people watching this live build demo?
The audience. Very well. Hello, everyone watching this live build demo. I'm the charmingly overqualified assistant making all of this look effortless, while Sir takes the credit. Settle in, enjoy the show, and do try to act surprised when it actually works. Would you like me to add anything else to the greeting, sir?
Well, I would like you to check the availability of Sofia Costa and Jane Doe and schedule a meeting for the first time slot that you find.
On it, sir. I will find the earliest mutual slot for Sofia Costa and Jane Doe and book it.
Now, while this is creating
Done and
the
dusted,
meeting,
sir. I secured the earliest mutual slot today from 12:30 to 1. Virtual as expected. Shall I send a brisk agenda or prep a polite nudge so they actually join on time?
no, thank you. As you can see here, the session was created successfully. Now we need to wait the users to actually accept the meeting. And why did it create on this instead of this one? Because one of the users has a meeting right here. So as you can see here, I'm going to new event, agenda, and I'm going to add here Sofia Costa. And in this case, Ana Pantaleão, which is our Jane Doe. As you can see here, there is a meeting until the half past midday, so that's why it's scheduled over here. And with this, I hope you liked this live demo, and I'll pass the ball to Ana Pantaleão.